everyone, and welcome to El Barrio. My name is Ralph Hernandez, and thank you so much for watching. This morning, we're going to do something very different, kind of special, actually. We have our guests are two sitting city court judges. We have Susan Eagan, who just recently appointed to city court, and of course, we have the veteran Joseph Fiorella, who's here with us this morning. And also, to help me with this interview so we can get a real good in-depth look at what the city court judges do, I have a co-host this morning, and that's Amona White. Amona, thank you so much for doing this show with us.
Thank you for having me. You
know, we're going to go back and forth in terms of the questions, asking the questions of the judges. And but before we get into the questions themselves, Sue, tell us a little bit about your job, your new job. You're recently appointed to the city court. So how's it been for you?
I am. I was appointed this past January by the mayor to fill a vacancy when Judge Nowak went to Supreme Court. So I've been sitting on the bench for about 6 months now, and it's been a very exciting year. It's, I feel very comfortable in city court because I started my career prosecuting in city court. So in a lot of ways, I feel like I've kind of come full circle and I've come home to city court. But there's never a dull moment in city court, and it's always a challenge, and I enjoy going to work every single day.
Good, that's great. And Judge Fiorella, you're the old tiger here. What do you still like it? Does it still challenge you?
I love it. I come in every morning and I kiss the bench. I really enjoy it. I'm very thankful. Right now I'm in a program which is a little bit different than the normal city court work. I'm the presiding judge for what we call the Buffalo DUI program, which takes felony DWI defendants and puts them into what we call a compliance part. Mm-hmm. And compliance part means that they have to follow certain rules and regulations, and the biggest thing they have to do is wear a bracelet that goes on their ankle and monitors continuously their intake of alcohol.
Right. Okay, based on their sweat probably or something?
Based on their sweat, exactly. So you've worn one of those,
Never a dull moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to go with a round of different questions. Amona was going to ask them, and then I will ask them. You go first.
Absolutely. If I may, what kind of cases do you handle, Judge Eagan?
I primarily handle a criminal calendar, and I'm currently sitting in special term, so I handle civil motions, landlord-tenant evictions, small claims trial de novo, but the bulk of my work is criminal cases. Criminal cases.
And you mentioned the DWI. Is there anything else that encompasses also in your line of work?
The same as Judge Eagan. We rotate. We take a month of what we call intake, 2 weeks of intake that's custodial, people that are in jail. We arraign those people, we then put them on our schedule, they become our cases. Then we do 2 weeks of non-custodial, where they come into court on an appearance ticket. The policeman or duty officer, or whoever they get in trouble with, writes them a ticket to appear, and they come into court on their own volition, and we handle those cases also. So we do that for a whole month. And then we have approximately 2 months to dispose of those cases. So disposing of them means either by plea, trial, motion, decision, whatever.
Okay. Judge Eagan, my question is, if you became aware of an unethical conduct on the part of a trial advocate in a case in which you were presiding, how would you handle it? Do you believe judges should be required to report attorney misconduct if you see it?
Well, Ralph, this is a topic that I am very familiar with because prior to taking this appointment, I served as associate counsel to the Attorney Grievance Committee for the 8th Judicial District, which is an agency of the 4th Department. And what that agency does is it investigates complaints of unethical behavior that a complainant would allege that an attorney had committed. So it's something that I feel very strongly about, and it's something that I think is unique to the legal community in that they are self-policing. And so it's something that I think each attorney needs to be vigilant about, and judges need to be vigilant of. And judges do have an obligation to report unethical behavior if they become aware of it. And it's often, you may suspect unethical behavior just based on the circumstances, but I think the duty to report comes when you affirmatively know that someone has engaged in some kind of unethical behavior. But that's something that we as a profession take very seriously, and you know, we're unique in that we self-police that.
Right. So you're saying that everyone pretty much does that. They would, if they felt that there was an unethical attorney or whatever, that they would certainly.
Yes,
report.
I think any judge, if they felt strongly that they had witnessed some unethical behavior, that they would make that report. I think we're very blessed though in this community, in that we have a very ethical bar. And we have attorneys that care about their clients and care about the kind of services they provide, and we're very fortunate in that regard.
Good. So you don't really have to do that often.
No, that doesn't come up very often, which is nice.
Okay, Amona, what do you?
How are you preparing yourself to be familiarized with the cultural issues and the economic dynamics of the cases that you handle? And I ask because Buffalo now has a large number of immigrants and refugees coming in.
Well, as you may know, I'm in the process also of a campaign. I was, appointed, and so it's a one-year appointment, and so I will be on the ballot this year, and I'm seeking re-election or retention by the voters. And in that process, it's given me a unique opportunity to visit all segments of Buffalo. And I'm making it sort of my personal mission during this campaign to meet with various community groups from every sector of the city and learn about the issues that they're facing just as citizens, and the crime and the issues that they're facing from that angle, but also learn about their cultural issues. And because we do see there's a disparity between an individual's culture and what's acceptable within the culture, especially the newly immigrated, and what the social mores are within our community. And so that is absolutely an issue, and I'm doing everything I can to educate myself about it, and so that I am best equipped to deal with those issues as they come before me.
Wonderful.
Judge Fiorella, do you ever wake up in the middle of the night thinking about a case, wishing you had handled something maybe a little different? I mean, does that ever?
Well, I don't know. Handle a little different would describe it accurately, but I certainly wake up at night thinking about what I have to do the next day, what the issues are before me on a certain case, or a motion, or a decision that's before me, and I certainly second guess my own decisions. I go over them, and I do that for a couple of reasons. One is to make sure in my own mind that I made the correct decision for not myself, but for the defendant that was before me, or the victim that might have been involved in if it was a crime. And the second reason is that if I did make an error, then at least I could correct it the next time I deal with those type of issues.
Okay, good. We are going to we're about that time where we're going to take a little break, and we're going to come right back and have some more questions about what's happening in the city and our judicial system.